These are my thoughts, episode 6. Okay, so I just watched this video about this new rapper named Dave Blunt, and he's super duper overweight, and he uses an oxygen tank, and he's like in and out of the hospital apparently, and he makes raps promoting lean, which is like drugs basically. And then I saw another video about this the rapper who is clearly a plant, and it's just like, dang, music is such a disrespected art form. I feel like a lot of people use rap to try to get fame or try to get rich, and you don't have to be good at it. There's no other genre that you can just BS with. Like, you can't just randomly be like a country singer or something. Like, you need to know how to sing. Granted, there's auto-tune, but country, there's no auto-tune in country as far as I know. I'm not up to date with the latest country songs, so there might be by now, who knows. But even the lyrics, like, at least within country music, there's a standard of lyrics that don't just promote degeneracy. Like, what's dragging rap, hip-hop down is this combination of oversaturation of these people who don't necessarily have the gift of music. They just are making some baby rhymes over some beats, and just people, like with the Dave Blunt dudes, it's more about the sensationalism. Like, I just saw a clip where he was like in a big arena performing, and he was on stage and he's sitting on the couch and he can barely breathe and he's performing. Like, it's like based on entertainment at this point, like rap. I don't know, it makes me feel away. If Tyler, the Creator, expresses this also a lot, the way that rap gets so disrespected. Hip hop is disrespected, and music in general, like with these streaming services like Spotify and stuff, they don't pay artists much of anything really. But it's like, at the same time, how would this streaming service even continue to exist if it wasn't for the artists putting in work? So that's that. I just saw it, and I just wanted to record my thoughts, because otherwise I was just going to internalize all of these feelings and thoughts and things. But other than that, it's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world. I feel like there's so much hecticness that there needs to be a balance to reset things. There's not enough spiritual resources to balance out all of the hecticness. What will that look like? I'm not fully sure yet right now, but it's needed, especially here in Chicago, in places like Chicago, where you have a plethora of resources for vices and things that are harmful to you. Low quality foods, fake foods, music that's degenerative and bad for your subconscious, and on a scientific level, bad for you because of the frequencies it's putting out. It's so many things. So many things. But yeah. I'm just at a point where I feel a strong pull to remove myself from this environment and go live in a different country that has a higher frequency, because as James Baldwin expressed, living in this country, well, I'll spin it a little bit. Living in this country and being aware of everything, it's almost impossible to not go insane. So, yeah, I need to be in a place where I can breathe and feel at peace and feel inspired to create art and feel surrounded by people who also feel the same way. There's little to no social life here in America. It's just work. People just work. Because unlike a lot of other countries, things are not designed here to support social life. They're designed to support working and keeping a capitalistic system running. So there's not a lot of places where you can just go there and walk around. Like, I think about when I was in Mexico earlier this year. I did Mexico City and Cancun. Now, Mexico City is a really big, vibrant city. I really like the vibes of it, really. It's inspiring. As an artist, I felt really, really inspired to create. And also just, man, leaving America is such a weight off your shoulders. When I first got there, it was early. But I just went to the park until I was able to check in my Airbnb. I booked an Airbnb experience where there's like yoga in the park. So I just went to the park until it was time for that. But just walking around there, it was just so nice and peaceful. I felt like I could breathe. I felt like I could just be without, have a look on my shoulders or feeling like somebody's watching me, suspicious of me. Like today, I was in Homewood, which is like one of the suburbs of Chicago. And I went to the thing about nature here is so confined, it's so separated from us. Like, you have to really experience nature. You have to get in a car and go drive somewhere to do that. Like, and I'm not talking about like a little manicured park. I'm talking about a real forest, a real, type of setting. So I was just feeling overwhelmed with emotions today. And so on a whim, I kind of drove back by this little neighborhood, and there was a walkway for a path, and there was like some nature back there. And I went, and it was raining, but I just felt called to go walk over there, and so I did. And each time I'm back in nature, it's like I'm reminded how important it is to our well-being. It's like all my cares, all these man-made worldly cares just melt away. And I'm feeling the water, the rain coming down, and I'm feeling the breeze, and I'm looking at the grass and the trees blowing and the birds are chirping, and it's just so healing. But it's unfortunate that people don't realize how healing it is, and they will work till the day they die. Some people will, without ever even experiencing the true healing power of nature. Also unfortunate because I felt watched being out there. So I'm just giving a comparison of how I felt here in nature, quote unquote, because it just really was. It was like an abandoned space, kind of, but it kind of had a trail. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but whatever. But it felt. It didn't give me the same feeling that I felt walking in a park in Mexico. It's a lot I could say about that. But like I said, it's like kind of on the side of a little neighborhood. And like the person that lived in the house next to where this area is, they like pulled in their garage, and I just felt watched. Just like when I go in Walmart, I feel like I'm being watched. I consciously will try to avoid putting my hand in my pockets, or like even my phone. I don't feel comfortable taking my phone and putting it in my pocket, because I feel like somebody may have caught the end of that, seeing me stuff something in my pocket and assume I'm stealing. Like, that's what living in America does to you. So in juxtaposition, being in Mexico, I just felt like all that melted away and it didn't exist anymore. So it just felt like a bad dream, like America was a bad dream. And I was just walking around this park in Mexico, and I just can't even explain how beautiful of a feeling it was. And there's been studies done on people feeling stress coming back to America, rather like returning from vacation or returning for whatever reason. Like, there's a science to it. So yeah, all of that took it. Let me get back to what I was saying. Was about social life. Okay, yeah. So in Mexico, also you know there's a town, like a town center, town square, whatever, and it's walkable. It's not a bunch of cars running through it. Like, so you can leisurely stroll. You can stroll. You can see the big museums. You can stroll into the park, and they got like the street foods or the little markets. There are people selling different stuff. People are selling crystals, selling clothes, selling souvenirs, all the things. And there was one part where there's just like a bunch of benches, and there's people out there, and they were dancing. And it's just like, I felt like I was in a big living room with my cousins or something. Like, some of us were just like standing to the side, some just watching, and it was just it's a really nice feeling. And then later because it was like a New Year's Eve weekend, we were just walking through the crowds, and it's bustling, and it's vibrant, and there's something going on everywhere you turn. Like, whatever your interests are, you can find something. And I just felt liberated and free. And I'm like, this is how it should be. This is how I should feel. It made me feel alive. And then, let me finish that thought first. Here, like just in Chicago, we don't have nothing like that, where you can just go to this place and leisurely stroll and feel comfortable and relaxed. And it's, something easy and free to do. Like, that could easily be a date. Like, when I got to Mexico, I hit somebody up and I let her know I was in town. She was like, "Oh, okay. Let's meet in a town." Like we never met before. It was a date nap basically. We had matched like months before because I find it to be a cool way to meet someone in a place that I'm going to, just to kind of have a basis. Somebody could show me around, even if it's just platonic, whatever, which that was. So I was like, "Hey, I made it to town," and she was like, "Okay, let's meet at the square later." That's so foreign to the American way. Like, we don't just meet someone, like, and be like, "Okay, let's hang out today." Like, people, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, we just work. "Oh, I'm working, but maybe in a couple weekends, maybe we could do," like, other countries, it's like you can meet someone that very day and be hanging out and just be friends at that point. Here in Chicago, I have like one friend and we go months without seeing each other because of what? Work. "Oh, I gotta work. Yeah, but work. No, I would, but I'm working." Like, it's life here it revolves around your job. You go to work, you work, you come back home, eat, sleep, and then it'll be the same thing the next day. And a lot of other countries, they'll get off work, but they'll go hang out with friends. They'll go to the beach. They'll go to the park. They'll go do something. And it's like also having the option to do things that are fun or nice to do that are free. Because, like, here, everything costs so much. Even just a park, like, in certain areas, is crazy expensive. So that'll deter you from wanting to go out. And then even just driving there, you gotta go through all this traffic to get to the side of town where a lot of things are happening. And, like, as far as like strolling leisurely, this ain't the place to just be strolling leisurely. So it's like you don't even feel safe to be walking outside, really. So it's just so many different factors. So yeah, no social life here. Same goes for romantic dating life. Like, it's the same thing, the same reasons that we don't have social lives. It's like, unless you are someone who are you just kind of a mindless person, you just drink and go clubbing and go to parties and stuff every weekend, maybe you would like this, I guess. A lot of people feel like the clubs are dry. I've never liked clubs, and I mean, I've never really been in any. But even just looking at them, like in movies and TVs, like, I'm like, ew, no, I don't like crowds like that. I don't like being around drunk people. So yeah, that's not my type of scene. But for surface level people, they love that type of stuff. So surface level people, I feel, do enjoy America. But for someone like me who sees things on a deeper level, and I can't ignore all these things that are happening. Job culture is terrible. The job I work at is a warehouse. It's a very popular warehouse, probably number one known warehouse. Terrible work culture. We have a job board where you can complain, and people are on there complaining all the time about how horrible conditions are. And it's like, yeah. My chiropractor, I had to get one because of working there. I've been having back issues, and he was like, a lot of his patients actually work where I work. It's like, dang, that's crazy. Even he was saying, like, yeah, that's not like that company that to work there. That's a temporary kind of job. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm saving to move. I would never be able to just be doing that job and plan for that to be how it is long term. Like, man, I don't know if the people that do that, if we should call them mentally strong or mentally weak, because they're mentally strong to be able to do something that's so very depressing and so harmful just to your physical body, but you have this will to keep going. That does take mental strength to keep coming back to something like that. But at the same sentence, it's mentally weak because you're doing something that you don't like to do, but you're forcing yourself to do it instead of taking a minute to come up with a plan to be able to do something you actually like to do. So, I don't know. Is that, I guess two things can be true at the same time. It's that kind of thing. But for me, I would rather be happy and joyful. So I think people need to travel more, for one, to different environments, different countries, and feel that different vibration. I did go to Sedona once, and that was nice too. Just being surrounded by all the mountains, I felt it like not changing, but it's like I felt it expanding my brain just being around all that, these beautiful mountains. But even with that, it's like, okay, I'm still in America though. I'm still feeling nervous about going in a store and it being assumed that I'm gonna steal something or something like that. All of that exists within the confines of America. And it's like you have to leave that to experience the feelings you feel when you don't have to deal with all that. So, yeah, I just needed to vent today. It's been a while since I put one of these out, but they're sporadic. I don't plan them. I don't edit them. These are my thoughts. I don't want to chop up and edit my thoughts. I don't feel like it either. I just wanted to create this to keep track of my thoughts and feelings along this journey of mine. So yeah, there's other things I want to speak about. But yeah, again, these are random. So yeah, this was episode 6. All is aligned, all is at peace. I am divine and forever free, and thus it shall be.